Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. Or, actually no, you don't even need to have full cargo. This one here I go for inactivity. And I change that to... normally go 20 seconds. Like that. 20 seconds of inactivity. That's on the loading point. Not the empty point, only the load point. So if I get there, I then got to sit and wait for 20 seconds before anything happens. But in order to speed that along a little bit, I also put full cargo. So either 20 seconds of inactivity or I get full cargo down here, and off he trots. He'll disappear off into the wild blue yonder. Right? And that's it. We're now ready to go. That train is completely done. It's scheduled. We've got fuel. It's all fully loaded with fuel. It's got the solid fuel as well. So vehicle acceleration has got a little bit of a boost, which is good. There's nothing else that I need to do. So I can switch that one over to manual. And that train will now manually go. I've pressed enter. I'm riding in the train. And you can see as we go through, we'll be able to go right round this whole loop. I can zoom out like that. And you can see me going. I prefer to do it like this. All the way round our beautiful, wonderful track. We get to see the entire base as we go all the way round like this. Look at it. Isn't that absolutely wonderful? All the way around there. And then we come over here. It chooses to go in the right direction. It's going to go into there. And it's going to come up. And it's going to stop at that one. Because this one down here is not yet finished. It's not fully loaded. So I will press enter and I will get out of that train. I'll leave that one right there. And I will come down here. And you can see that we're busy mining away. And we are starting to fill up these chests. And we're starting to fill up this one as well. This one down here is not quite full. So it's going to take a minute or two. So I'm going to enter back into this one here. And this one we're going to do exactly the same as we did on the last one. Now, I'm not sure. Can I copy and paste? If I go shift right click on there. It does copy and paste. You can copy and paste all the way over. So empty cargo and then tech lime, 20 seconds of inactivity or full cargo. So you can copy and paste locomotive information from one to the other. Didn't know if you could do that. Yes, you can. That is brilliant. So it's going to sit here and it's going to wait until time has passed. I can't reach from here, but I can look in here. It needs 2,000 to fill that one up. It's starting to fill it up. It's starting to go through quickly because these are almost full on these chests now. They take 2,400. That one's got 1,000 in it. That one's got 500. It's just those... Oh, no, that one's almost full. There, 2,300 in that one. And then... Go on. A little bit more and you'll be done. But these chests here, they don't interfere with the robots at all. Right? The robots don't get involved with these. Which is actually a really good thing. Because it sort of keeps them well out of the way. You in here... You've still got 50. We've got cargo contents, 6.1k. I have... Put fuel in here. Yes, I have. Right, he's got fuel in here. So we don't need to worry about that. So it's just going to sit here and it's going to wait until either the 20 seconds of time have passed because no activity. And that means that any time it's not putting stuff in. So while it had loaded up those two... and then it was waiting and it was just filling up these chests. Then it would have counted up 20 seconds of inactivity. This train would have been off on its merry. But it doesn't need to do that at the moment. We just got to sit and wait for that. So that's what we're going to do. 1.9k on there. 2,000. That is now completely full. He should start. Oh, he's not going to yet because I've still got it in manual. We switched to automatic and he has started. As soon as we move out from down here... Oh, wait. Had to get past there before that one moved in. Which means that the state... We need to put another rail signal in front of that station. We'll see that in a minute. We just want to see the route finding with this one. It's going to go along here and he goes up round that way. And there's no more route finding for it to actually do. It doesn't select a route after this point. It goes up here and it goes to the station. And you watch the speed that it unloads, right? It does that from both sides. It unloads. Now, we got 5,000 spare robots. I'm just going to unload here. You can also see it's quickly putting in fuel in there. Very, very quickly loading that in. And it's empty and it's already off on its way. The big thing now is that the robots will come along and they will take this. And these are active provider chests. Because they're active chests, that means that the robots have to come over and remove everything that is in those chests and go and take it somewhere else. What they're going to do is some of it will be taken and placed down over here in our furnaces down here. But if there's any spare, that will be brought over and it will be placed in here. Unfortunately, at the moment, we do not have anywhere near enough roboports surrounding this area. And that is the bit that does indeed make this a little bit more tricky. But that's the next thing that we're going to do, is we're going to start working on building up some roboports. So I'm just going to knock in 4 of them right there. And in order that I can properly manufacture more than 4 roboports at a time, I'm going to change that to 400 of those. I'm going to change that to 400 of those. And I've already got 400 of those. So that's all roughly the same numbers there. That'll allow me to do more than 4 roboports at any one time. To speed things up. They're already going to bring me a load of stuff. But you can see I've got 10,500 logistics robots busy flying around. Well, actually, we've only got 7,000 of them flying around. But this is the real problem now. And this is why you need the massive robot highways. And you need to have your base full of them as well. Your base has got to go all the way through. We got 40 gigajoules of accumulator charge on here now. That's going through. We haven't checked on that at all lately. Let's see how we're doing. We still haven't actually placed down all of the solar panels. Right, we're still waiting on those to be built. It's taking a while. And it's going to continue to take a while. That's all right. We'll deal with it when it gets here. I'm short on iron gear wheels and steel plates, so it's going to take me a while to actually accumulate everything that I want to accumulate. So I'll run 4 of them up there a minute, and I'll drop that in, and I'll drop some of these. And you can see, here come the trains. They are now doing everything that we want them to do, which is to go in, load everything up, and then take it away again. So we need to get lots of roboports down. As this ore starts running through, we need lots and lots of roboports down so that they will go through and do that. Was there one more thing I wanted to do with the trains? Oh, yes, there was. Down here, things didn't change properly. We didn't have all of the numbers changing properly when they came through. That's going to take a minute or two to load up. But one thing I really love about this is if you look at the map, you zoom out like this, you can see these trains moving along. And when you've got loads of them running around, it looks very, very cool. It really does. It looks genuinely awesome and cool. It's just phenomenal. So I'm going to want a rail signal on here like this, along with that one, aren't I? I'm going to want to put one there. So it then feeds in beside that, because for some reason it doesn't seem to want to do it. Let me switch the map, and I'll put another one down here. Like, yeah, the actual train station. So that one's stopped there, but that one's green. So the train stops in here, but it doesn't go any further. So I actually want to put one there. I want to drop a ghost one in there. And put that one immediately after, like that. So that they put a ghost one in there. And then I've got room for them to come in here. If I look at that, there's room for that one in there. And then we've got the train station here anyway. And that means that if for whatever reason the train's got to stop there, the other train can come down and go to the station. I'd thought that the station worked the same as those signals, but apparently it doesn't. That one's now full all the way through, so that's going to go on out. But no, it won't go until that one has left that point there. Then this next one comes in, and whoosh, that one's gone up through. And it will come back up over to here and go back to loading these. They're very nearly empty. It hasn't taken long for them to go through and empty them all out. But look at this. Right, I've got an awful lot of circles. I've got a lot of queues around these, and this is not a good thing. The other not so good thing is I don't want to accidentally walk across the track. That's a way to die, okay? You will definitely die if you walk across the track. You don't want to do that. That's a thing that is very bad for your health, walking across that track. So if we can avoid walking across said track, then we will, at all costs. I bring you to there, and I just let that other one manufacture a minute, and there. So I've now got another 4 of those going up there, which is going to help. And I'm going to come over to this side. We're going to want a line of those going along the bottom here. That's going to be a major point for our robot highway anyway. It's going to want to be running along there. So we're going to make sure that we have got that one in and fully operational. Before I do anything else, I will get rid of those. And I'll get rid of those. So we're back to using robots in a very grand way, but this time we're combining them with our trains. I'm really pleased with the trains. We've got our station up and running. We've got the actual trains themselves up and running down here. So there, we've got the train station. It's all going round. We've got the first loop that goes right the way around the entire base. And I think overall, we can give ourselves a pat on the back and say that's a job well done. I need to remove that one. And then I want to go in here, 1, 2, 3, and make some of those. And I'll put a couple of roboports going this way. Actually, I'm thinking maybe I should extend them out from... Oh, as long as they're on there. I've got a straight line along here. 2. I'll put another one there in the middle, I suppose. And then put that one down there. Right, any roboports along here are going to help. And you can see right here, we have now started to put some ore into these chests. And it takes a bit of time, but that's what they will start doing. They start running through and putting ore into all of those chests. I need a line of roboports all the way down there, as well as all of these chests, because I kind of keep the roboports like I have those completely surrounded by roboports, and they're used a lot. And I want to get more of them done over there. I got a lot of work that I still need to do on this, but it's starting to come together quite nicely now. We're reaching the point where it's all sort of beginning to slot together. Things are starting to move where they want. We're now using all 10,000 robots. The main reason for that is because a big chunk of them are still queued up and waiting. I've got large queues of robots around some of these areas, and that bit, it's really not good. We really don't want that. We absolutely do not want queues of robots going anywhere, because that's the bit that really starts to slow things down. That's when you start to get these massive numbers of robots in the air and flying, but not actually doing anything. They're not carrying materials around like they're supposed to because they're busy just waiting to charge, and that makes life difficult for everybody involved. So I will go over here. I'm just going to go... Uh-oh. I don't have room in between those. I have no room at all. That one does. That one does. I'm going to remove them. I'm going to deconstruct them. Both of them are going to go. Like that. And then I'm going to just take 6 of those. And I'm going to drop them all down like that. So then they can start using them. This seems to... We do want to use those, but they're not queuing there. Not really anymore. What we really want to do is we want to get a line of them along here. And I want to bring that line all the way along as far as I can. And I definitely want to get more of them in here. But, I mean, all of this is going to be ripped up and moved anyway. So getting a few in there is going to be a handy thing. I'm going to drop one in here, just because it's a handy thing. And the robots will use it. Look, see, they're instantly coming up to it and they're queuing. They're queuing all the way along the bottom on that line down there. But up here is where we've really got the queues. So we need to do something about it. We need to remove these queues. We need to make sure that they don't keep doing that. That is a bad thing. In a robot base, robot queues are about the worst possible thing you can get. It's sort of like the big thing that you spend your time doing is making sure that all of the wait times are eliminated for any robots. You do not want them to be waiting for anything at all. So, like there, I just plonk in 3 more. I'm not putting everything in perfect patterns everywhere, but I got so many waves of robots going around. They're all trying to find somewhere to charge, and I'm using all 10,500 of them. So I need to keep finding more places for them to charge up so that we can keep doing this. I'll have to get some more in here as soon as I got more materials. I'm getting the materials in. Right, that is coming in there. There's another one there. So we know that we're getting the materials through. I mean, I've got 10,000 robots flying around. That's not a small thing to accomplish. Okay, that is quite a significant feat, actually, to get 10,000 robots all in the air at once. Even though most of them are just kind of waiting around for somewhere to charge, it's still a reasonable thing. It is still something that we can be a little bit proud of. There's 46 of those. Like that bit there. I've got a demand for... Have I got a demand for iron, or is it coming from up there? Where is that iron come... Oh, it's coming from here. Yeah, we've got a demand for iron on there, but we've also got all the iron elsewhere. Things will also change. I mean, they'll change to a certain extent once this robot work speed 5 is finished, but it's not going to be the be-all and end-all of it because of the problems we've got with them waiting to charge up. They will be able to go further between movements, and that is certainly going to help them. Alright, oh, I might be able to squeeze one more in there. I may be able to squeeze one more in down there as well. I can put one in here if I remove that power pole right there. Okay, so we've got some there, and then I want another one down here. I don't know if I can fit. I can put some more here, definitely. Could definitely put some more in there. That one, yes, I can. I can fit another one in there. And then I can put another few just in there, I think, as well. That one's now lost power, so I'll put one pole down the bottom like that. It's already making a difference, right? I know I've still got these waves coming through, but I've now got like 100 robots sat not doing a great deal. So it's starting to have an impact. Slowly, as I'm putting more of these robot port down, I'll put some more up round there. I'm just going to stuff them in anywhere I can. There's no particular pattern to this. We'll be ripping up half of this base later on and rebuilding the whole thing so that we can make it look a little bit better and a little bit tidier. And so on and so forth. It just keeps going on. Look at this. It's just about gone over there. We've got another big line of them over that side. And there is some issues with them here on this side. This seems to be like where the majority of them are. So I want to come out this way now. And I want to put some more of these along. Because this long distance they're traveling, they're sort of getting a little bit stuck partway along. Which isn't helping. So if I go there like that, put that one down, and then there's another one that can go right next to it. I'll drop one into there, and I just got to wait for a few more materials to be brought over. But it's working. See, I'm 2,000 logistics robots in storage. This is actually working yet again. We're still waiting on that, and I've now got queues running up that way as well. But I mean, this is like, now that I've got the trains going and I'm forcing these robots to do quite a lot of work, that's the sort of thing that we expect. We do expect that. We're bringing up massive quantities of ore, and for the most part, they will be storing them up there. Once I've got some more belts down, I'll bring them down here. Once I've got more of the fast belts, I'll bring them through, and that will actually make a difference to this down here. The express belts, it will spread this out further, and it will allow the trains to be loaded faster than they are right now. The speed of the trains is... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'll do that right now. We've got... Oh, that's my train station. There. Right, down here. That one's full. That one fills up immediately, but the top and bottom carriages, they take a minute or two to actually fill up. But I'm thinking, if I just go in here with the upgrade planner, like this, and I upgrade plan that bit, just to there, right, that's going to make a big difference. That is already going to make a difference. And there comes the other train. How are we doing with our upgrade planner up here? Now, I'm looking all the way through here. That's actually, I've got coal running pretty much flat out all the way through because I've actually completed all of the upgrades. All the way through. I've got the upgrades already done. I've got express belts. I've got spare express belts in storage now. They're actually running all the way through, express belting everything right the way through the system. That's really good news, that is. That is awesome news. Okay, well, as I've got that, I can come down here. I will have a load of robots on their way. There'll be some construction robots whizzing down here as we speak. Yeah, 40-odd, 30-odd construction robots. They're racing down here with... Oh, there we go. There's the express belts turning up already. They're going to change these over to express belts. And then, once that's all done, it should speed up the amount of time it takes for everything to load, because the express belts will spread that out just a little bit more than it's being spread at the moment. Now, where are you all? Ah, there we go. Right. It took them a minute or two to get here, but there they go. Bring all of those in. It's this bit right here that we're sort of more interested in. And already it's making a difference. It is already starting to spread them out a bit. Spreading them out a bit down here. I mean, it's not making a huge difference. I need to stuff the ore in a little bit faster. Let's go back to that one right there. And now I'm going to do express belts all the way down through there. And then the next step is to go and do exactly the same down here. We're going to build another train station down here. It's going to go there for the copper. And I will build up another section thing here for the copper as well. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go there and I'm going to fill in that little bit of landfill right there. We build another station here for the copper, and then it works separately to this one. So there's enough room for 2 trains on it, so it will come out. What I might do is I might bring that one out and bring it down here, loop it along the bottom, and then back up again. I'm not quite sure how, but anyway, it will go in there, and we will put in another train, but we want to just take care of the queuing issues that we've got first, because copper is doing all right. So long as we've just got the one, it is actually working all right with the copper and everything we got. So I can do 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, build them, and then I can do another line along here. We'll finish up that line all the way along there and join all of that in. Now that's all 8 of those made, so let's just put a few of them in here. I think I'm going to actually get rid of that one. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Now that I look at it, no, I'm not going to get rid of that one. We're going to remove those, and then we're going to take these 5 and drop them down there like that. And then we're going to put those in there like that. So we should now have enough roboports going backwards and forwards here to cover all of it. I mean, we've actually got robots queuing up on just about every roboport all the way along there, which does indicate that we may not, we still may not have quite enough. Right, we may still sort of be short of roboports. Now, what I do with the storage is I'll actually make that bigger than that once it does sort of build out a little bit further. And then I put roboports all the way around it. And this time, though, like that's what I did last time. But I'm thinking I might do a double line of roboports all the way around it. Just because I don't know. I think that's going to work a little bit better. If I do 2 lines rather than 1, I think it may end up working better for us. Now, those there aren't really being used. They're all sort of... They're being used a bit. It's these over here that are really being used. And I've got queues on most of these. I don't have queues on that end. It's only over here that we've really got the queues. But even then, the queues are lowering. Like, we're losing... The queue is now sort of dropping down quite drastically. I got 1,000 robots not doing anything. And that's a really good thing. That is, like, a really good thing. I got a load of blank robots coming on over here. And they're running through in waves. Right? We're getting a wave of them go along and charge up, and then they're moving away. And then we get another wave of them come through. What I don't need to do is I don't need to have that line of ore running all the way around there. I could just put it straight across here. I've got from up there, that one goes through there and it runs down here. This is the iron that comes through there, and that does make a little bit of steel. So that one's still running, and I'd like that one to stay running. This over here, though, we've got more area here that's not actually being used. So if we, first of all, we start getting rid of some of this. I remove that there, and then that one can come out along with the what do you call the power line. That one can come out, and then so can that. You know what? I don't want to get rid... Oops. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Let's take these bricks and put those back again. Right. No, I want to keep that light there, so I'll just do that to keep the light there. And then I go to here, and I get rid of that one. Now, we're slowly running out on some of these mining drills as well. They're being used up. I don't need to worry about those for a second. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove... Where am I going to take this? I'm just going to move this one over. We're going to run over there like that, and then I'll come down a couple. I'm going to steer around this lot rather than worrying too much about keeping it 100% neat and tidy. I'm going to, like, wiggle around it for a minute because we're not at... You know, that one can go. I'll move that one for a minute because I need to go up here and then over. I can put another light down so that we've still got some light in this region. And then I take you over here like this. And then I get an underground belt. Ooh. I don't actually have one. I'll make one there, an underground section there. I've now got a spare one of those. That one can go. That one can be gotten rid of. And if I do that... There... I now actually want another one to go underneath this bit of copper right here. That bit of copper is being used. That's going around there. So that's still being used. We're using quite a lot of that. So I will just make another one of these. There, like that. And it's going to end up giving me another spare one of them. That can go there and be gotten rid of. And... Oops. There, I'll take that one. And so that's got to go into there. So I want to run that one... Oh no, that goes to there, alright. So I'll drop it there, and open it up over there. And then I will take this one, and that will go like that, and that will go like that. So that's now running in and coming out there, which means that I can then get rid of that belt, like that, and I can get rid of the belt down there. And I can get rid of this belt here like this. And I can get rid of those two. And I'll also get rid of that section there. I didn't need to get rid of all of that, because all I want to do is... I want to put that back in. I still want that running, because we are still using those furnaces in there. I just wanted to get rid of a little bit of it, though, so there... Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.